was talking with a friend the other day, and we were remarking on the similarities between rope space, subspace, and trance. And how these things are kind of different, but they're also very, very similar. We spoke about how these states evoke senses of calm, of secure vulnerability, knowing that you're practically helpless, but you're also being looked after. And isn't it wonderful in those circumstances that you can just let go, relax, drift, drop, and fall to a place where there's no stress or worry. It's just easy to let go and fall deeper and deeper into that state. And as you listen to my voice, if you've listened to me before, you might find that you're already starting to drift and drop, sink and fall with every word I say and with each breath you take. You might find that each breath out just relaxes you more and more as you sink down deeper and deeper, heavier and heavier. It might be that you experience heaviness of late more. Maybe you get that nice floaty feeling of drifting, floating and swaying. Either way is fine. The end result will be the same. And you obviously saw the description in the file. You obviously know the title of the file, and yet here you are. And it's great to have you here. Relaxing more and more. It's just so easy to drift. Something about this title appealed to you. Something about the name of this file just resonated deep within you. Maybe at a conscious level, but also maybe at an unconscious level. And maybe you're thinking right now what it would feel like to be in trance, or rope space, or subspace. With each breath out. Or maybe you're even thinking about all three, all at once at the same time. Traveling that relaxation, traveling that wonderful feeling of secure calmness, of peace, of security, just going with the flow of where your mind wants to go. We both know where it wants to go. It wants to drop, drift, fall, sink, deeper down and down deeper into trance. That's right. Now you can have thoughts drift in and out of your mind, and that's okay. Heavier and heavier. And it may be in a little while, it may be sooner than that. The thoughts just seem to disappear. We just become absorbed and fascinated in the process. Becoming fascinated and absorbed in the experience of trance that you're feeling right now. Now, if you're someone who's already into Kambaku or Shibari, you already intrinsically know, understand, and can remember and recall how it makes you feel. And we know that your mind and body have amazing capacities to not just recall memories, but to also re-experience certain things that we want to experience again. And in hypnotic trance, that can really happen. It can feel so vibrant, so vivid, so real, as though it's happening right now. Your unconscious mind is probably already remembering and bringing up and evoking memories of the feeling of rope on your skin, the sensations of being completely bound. Almost like the way you're focusing on my voice, just so easy to drift, becoming bound and fascinated by the words. And yet the words can wash over you like waves over a beach. You can pay attention, and that's okay. Or you can not pay attention, and that's okay too. Because your unconscious mind is always paying attention to the words I say and the suggestions I make that will bring you pleasure, comfort, and peace. So as you drop and sink more, you may notice that heaviness of a limb that I mentioned earlier just starts to happen. 14. It just starts to take place. Heavier. Starting to feel like you wouldn't want to move, even if you could. And if you could move, you wouldn't even want to. You can just let that heaviness sink into every born fiber of your being right now. That's it. Just allow that heaviness to completely wash over your body. 6. As you sink and drop even further for me. 4. And it might be that the idea of hypnotic bondage is fixed in your head. It might be that the concept of hypnotic bondage is just bound to where you are in your place right now. Perhaps that wonderful idea and concept is already stuck in your head. And you remember what it feels like as rope moves over your skin, as you become heavier and heavier. And maybe you can start to feel rope just coiling around your ankles. It could be rope of any color. It could be rope of any texture you desire. Rougher rope, or maybe a softer rope that just coils its way around your ankles. And you can feel that rope coil around your ankles right now, slowly tightening, binding your ankles together so they can't move, and you wouldn't even want them to move because you're enjoying this experience so very much. And you can notice that heaviness increases in your ankles and feet as the rope comfortably coils and wraps its way around your ankles. The rope is always comfortable. You can feel the tightness, almost as though your ankles are locked in place. Now imagine or visualize almost a version of yourself with your ankles tied and that rope beginning to coil around your shins as it comfortably moves further up to your knees, fixing your knees in place, binding as the coil of rope tightens around your knees. And it might be that you notice things, and you can notice noticing things about the sensations that you're feeling right now. And it may be that as the rope is worked further up your body, the thoughts just disappear as your focused awareness centers on the feeling of calmness, that feeling of subspace, rope space, and trance combining all at once to give you a deeper, more profound experience. And so that feeling of utter peace, bliss, and contentment just spreads more and more throughout your body, becoming heavier, more relaxed, sinking deeper and deeper into trance, rope space, and subspace forming. Now, I don't know if you're going to feel hands working that rope around you. Maybe you do experience that feeling, that sensation of strong, supple, dexterous fingers working the rope around your body. But if you do, you'll know that you're always looked after and protected. And it feels so good to know that, so comforting and so reassuring. And as you experience those hands working the rope around your thighs, binding them, fixing them together in place. The relaxation moves further up. That sense of peace and heaviness just increases more and more. And you can feel that rope being worked around your tummy and over your chest into a beautiful harness. It looks so good, and you look so good. And it feels so calming to be bound and secured in place, always comfortable. And maybe now you can feel that rope being worked around your arms, fixing them in place, restricting the movement as the relaxation spreads, as thoughts empty and clear from your mind, so that your entire body is bound, fixed in place with the sound of my voice and the feeling of the rope and that heaviness that permeates every pore and cell of your being right now. And that's right. And now you can take this moment and this place and this time and space that you have together with me and just allow your mind to become fascinated, to become really utterly absorbed in the experience, in the feeling that you're feeling right now. Enjoying and savoring this experience. Noticing the wonderful sensations through your body, fixed in place, hypnotically bound. Feeling amazingly calm, enjoying this experience for you, because this is your trance, your hypnotic bondage, and this profound peace, stillness, and calmness is important to you. And so take great joy in it. Allow the comfort to permeate every pore of your mind and body, every cell of your entire being, fixed, bound, in place, safely restrained and restrained safely. And you could try to move, but would you really want to? That's right. I didn't think so. You're enjoying this peace, this moment, this place in space and time within your mind, to just enjoy the moment, just living in the here and now. And as you stay in this wonderful, relaxing state of rope space, of subspace, and of trance, you know that only good things happen here. And this in turn brings great comfort. This in turn brings that feeling of utter contentment and blank serenity. And you know, there's something I don't know. I don't know if you want to just continue enjoying this peacefulness, bound in your hypnotic rope. Or maybe there's one thought that comes into your mind. Maybe it's the thought of those strong hands and knowing that you're kept bound in place, that those hands could just move over your body in any way that I wanted them to, or perhaps in any way that you want them to. And I wonder what it feels like to be bound in place, knowing that for all intents intents and purposes, that you're helpless as the rope moves over your body. And imagine what would happen if perhaps that rope started to maybe tingle. That rope maybe started to have a resonance all of its own. And maybe the color of that rope becomes more intense, more real, more vivid to you. And so the resonance, the vibration of that rope would maybe increase. And if the vibration and intensity of that vibration in the rope increased, you would start to feel it. Then surely it would stand to reason that you would feel that increase in vibration from the rope over your body, and where it's coiled, and where it's tied. And maybe it's tied in between your thighs, or maybe it's tied and vibrates over your chest. Now, in a few moments, I'm going to count from 1 up to 5. And when I reach 5, you're going to come out of trance feeling wonderfully calm and relaxed and refreshed. And when I reach 5, you'll also notice that your body returns to normal. The heaviness in your limbs is gone, the fixation, the bondage has disappeared. And you can feel that rope just start to slip off of your body right now. Ease in your body. The heaviness in your limbs recedes as you return to your normal state, freed of any suggestions. 1, feeling really good, feeling so calm, feeling so relaxed. 2, becoming more alert, starting to come up out of trance. 3, coming up out of trance, feeling so good, freed of any suggestions that were previously made that don't serve you now. 4, you may want to stretch, yawn, wiggle your toes. And 5, open your eyes, coming out of trance, feeling wonderfully calm and relaxed.